All right, friends, come to your backs in a comfortable position. Start by noticing your breath, all four parts of your breath. Let's take a few more full breaths right where you're at. So you're ready to bring in movement. Bend your knees around the soles of your feet about mat width. And slowly windshield wiper your knees side to side. The next time that your knees come to the right, pause there. Reach your arms to the back left corner of your mat. Just gently press through the inside edge of your left foot, pressing your knee forward. Big breath in. Long breath out. On your inhale, make your way back through center. Exhale, switch your sides. Gently press through the inside edge of your right foot, pressing your knee forward. Big breath in. Open mouth. Let it go. Then inhale, make your way back through center. Your exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Take any intuitive movement here, rock left and right. Circle your knees or your feet. And then coming back to center, let's take your strap or other long thing right away. Wrap your strap around both feet. Extend your feet up, separate them maybe a little bit wider than hip width. And then really gently let your shoulders soften and pull your legs back toward you. Well, not really pull. Support your legs and not falling forward, I guess. So you get a really subtle, gentle stretch in your hamstrings. Arms soft. Take a few more full breaths here. And then keeping your strap around both feet, lower your legs down, maybe 6 or 8 inches, and then straighten your legs all the way. Actively push your feet into your strap. Squeeze your quads. Keeping that strength through your legs, you still have full extension through your knees. Gently draw both legs back toward you, but only so far as your legs stay all the way straight. So that might stop here. Squeeze your quads, press your feet into the ground, shoulders still soft. Then as you draw both legs back, actively draw your low belly toward your spine, so you're pulling your low spine toward the ground, grounding your tailbone. A little bit more stretch through your hamstrings. And then notice what's happening in your shoulders. Let your shoulders soften. One more breath in. And then on your exhale, bend your knees, release your strap for the moment. Take any intuitive movement here. Then lower your feet to the ground about hip width. Bring your fingers to graze your heels. Press your feet and your arms down, engage your glutes, lift your hips up gently in your first bridge pose. Without moving your feet, pull your heels toward your arms, engaging your hamstrings. As you engage your glutes, counter that by pulling your low belly toward your spine still. So you're supporting minimal arch in your low back. Press through your shoulder blades. So minimal pressure in your neck. Breathe in. Exhale, lower back down. Toe heel your feet to the edges of your mat. Again, windshield wiper your knees side to side. And then come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Take any intuitive movement here. This time, lower your left leg to the ground to a comfortable position. Wrap your strap around your right foot. And start just as we did with both legs, with your shoulders and your upper arms on the ground. And your strap is essentially holding your right leg softly so that your right leg doesn't fall forward. Notice your breath out, especially. And then use your strap to lower your right leg a few inches. Straighten it all the way, actively push your foot into your strap, squeeze your quad. And then with a little more intention, pull behind that strap, gently draw your straight right leg back toward you, but only so far as you keep this full extension through your right knee. So you're still actively pushing your foot into your strap, engaging your quad. Shoulders and upper arms can stay soft and grounded. Big breath in. Squeeze your quad, breathe out. And then take your strap in your left hand, cross your right leg over your left side. This time, keep both shoulders grounded. Few more full breaths here. And as you're ready, come back to center. Again, lower your leg down enough that you can straighten your leg all the way. Push your foot into your strap, engage your quad. Gently draw your leg back toward you, only so far as you keep that full extension. And then strap in your right hand, open your right leg to the right. But again, only so far as both shoulders, and this time both hips, stay on the ground. Few more full breaths here. And then bring your right leg back to center. Again, lower your leg enough so you can push your foot into your strap, engaging your quad. Upper arms stay grounded and soft. Keep that strength through your leg. Gently draw your straight leg towards you. Breathe in. And then exhale, take a half happy baby. You can keep your strap. You can replace your strap with your hand. Bend your right knee to the outside of your rib cage. Gently ground both shoulder blades. And then keeping your shoulder blades grounded and everything else soft, on your inhale, use your outer right hip to push your right foot up into whatever's holding it. Shoulders stay soft. Big breath in, push your foot up. And then keep this shape, but exhale, let your hips soften. Do that a couple more times following your breath. So inhale, pushing, and exhale, softening. And then notice your shoulders that whole time, let them stay soft, and your jaw stay soft. Then after your next exhale, release your strap. Bend your left knee, cross your right ankle over your left quad. Reverse pigeon. And in your reverse pigeon, you can play with how much you're pulling your legs in. For a gentler hip stretch, you can always have that left foot on the ground with your right ankle resting on your left quad and that right knee just being pulled open by gravity. Few more full breaths here. And then release your hands, unwind your legs. Bring your knees to a 90-degree angle over your hips. Roll all the way to your left. Stack your right hip and knee on top of your left. Keep your hips stacked. Peel open through your right side. So you're breathing right into your mid-upper back. And I like to rest my right hand somewhere so that my right shoulder isn't getting pulled on by gravity. Few more full breaths here. And then as you're ready, make your way back through center. Ground your feet again, about hip width. Bring your fingers to graze your heels. Press your feet and your arms down, lift your hips, bridge pose. Engage your glutes. Counter that engagement of your glutes by pulling your low belly toward your spine, supporting your low back. And then a little bit more firmly than last time, pull your heels in toward your arms to help engage your hamstrings. Counter that, press through your shoulder blades, minimal pressure in your neck, engage your glutes tighter. Keep pulling your feet back toward your arms. One more breath in. And exhale. Slowly lower down. Tug your knees back into your chest. Take any intuitive movement here. Then coming to center, lower your right leg to the ground. Wrap your strap around your left foot. And again, start by extending your left leg out, but with your shoulders and your upper arms grounded in that strap. Essentially holding your left leg in place from falling, so without adding extra pull. Start just by breathing into that gentle softening of your hamstring. And then lower your left leg a little bit. Push your foot into your strap, engage your quad. This time, keep that strength, that full extension through your left knee, and use your strap to a bit more strongly pull your straight left leg back toward you. But you're pulling only so far back as you continue to actively push your foot into your strap and engage your quad. Shoulders soft. Take your strap, in your right hand. Cross your left leg over your right side, but keep your shoulders both grounded. Few more full breaths here. And then coming back to center. Strap in your left hand. Let your left leg open to the left, but only so far as both shoulders and both hips stay on the ground. And here, actively push your foot into your strap, engaging your left quad. Few more full breaths. As you're ready, bring your left leg back to center. Bend your left knee to the outside of your rib cage. You can keep your strap or replace your strap with your hand, half happy baby. Let your shoulder blades soften. Notice your jaw on the back of your head and your neck. Then keeping everything soft but your outer left hip, inhale, push your foot up into whatever's holding you. Shoulders still soft. And then exhale, let everything soften. Couple more breaths following your pacing. Inhale, using your outer hip to push up, and exhale, softening. And then after your next exhale, release your strap if you still have it. Bend your right knee, cross your left ankle over your right quad. And again here, you can determine how much pull you have of your legs in toward you. So that right foot can be grounded with your left knee being pulled open by gravity. You can more, I want to say forcefully, but not forcefully, gently with intention, pull your legs back toward you. Few more full breaths. And then as you're ready, release your hands, unwind your legs, bring your knees to a roughly 90-degree angle over your hips. Roll all the way to your right. Stack your left hip on top of your right. Keep your hips stacked, peel open through your left side. Breathing right into your mid-upper back. Few more full breaths here. And then as you're ready, make your way back through center. Separate your feet hip width. Bring your fingers to graze your heels, press your feet and your arms down, engage your glutes, lift your hips, bridge pose, third time. Again, engage your glutes, counter that by pulling your low belly toward your spine, supporting your low back. pull your heels even more strongly in toward your arms, engaging your hamstrings even more. Push through your shoulder blades. One more breath in. And exhale. Lower down. Let's hug your knees back into your chest. Take any intuitive movement here. And coming back to center, rock forward and backward along your spine. Let's make your way through your seat. Well, actually, let's come to your seat. We'll take an owl pose. Roll out your shoulders. And then coming into our twister owl. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, twist toward the right. Soften your shoulders. And then keep this twist, but bring your chin over your left shoulder so you get that cervical spine stretch. One more breath in. Exhale, come back to center, roll out your shoulders. Then other way, inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Keep this twist, bring your chin over your right shoulder. Another breath in. Exhale, come back to center, roll out your shoulders. Now come forward into a tabletop. Take a few cat-cow breaths. Inhale your belly to the ground, bring your gaze up. And exhale, round your spine, press up through your mid-upper back. Follow the rhythm of your breath here. You can add any side-to-side movements with your hips or your shoulders or your head. Take a few more full breaths as you work your way back to a neutral spine. And then at that neutral spine, ground your palms, press up through your mid-upper back as you did in your cat pose. And then step your feet back, plank pose. Squeeze your legs, engage your glutes. Actively press up through your mid-upper back. Your knees can come to the ground anytime. Breathe. You're here for 5. You got this. Squeeze your triceps. You're here for 4. Engage your glutes. Squeeze your legs together even more intentionally. And then slowly lower all the way down. Soften your feet, press them into your mat. Draw your low belly to support your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, peel your chest up, cobra pose. Engage everything tighter as you lift your chest up higher. Pull your low belly and press your feet down. Breathe in. And exhale, lower down, bend your knees, slide back, child's pose. Then right away, hand shoulder width, walk your fingers forward. Lift your palms, press down through the pads of your fingers. Breathe right into that space between your shoulder blades. Big breath in. Breathe out. And then soften your palms to the ground. Come forward onto your hands, breathe in. Curl your toes under, downward facing dog, breathe out. From your dog, inhale, press up high into your toes. And exhale, heels toward the ground. And again, inhale up high into your toes. Exhale, heels toward the ground. Inhale, extend your right leg high. And exhale, step your right foot between your hands, low lunge. Extend into your right knee, dip your hips, breathe in. Exhale, straighten, straighten being a relative term. Your right leg up. Engage your right quad as you press through your right heel. So analogous to what we were doing, pressing into this strap. You're using that right quad engagement and that pushing down to help lengthen your hamstring through that reciprocal muscle inhibition. Big breath in. Push through your right foot, breathe out. And then flowing this a couple of times, inhale, bend into your right knee. Exhale, straighten, push through your right foot, engage your quad. And again, inhale, bend into your right knee. Exhale, straighten. Bring your gaze in front of your right toes. Push your right foot into the ground. Float your left leg, standing split. And then treat the ground as you were with the strap. Actively push your foot into the ground. Squeeze your quad. And then use your outer right hip to steer your left hip bone down. So your left toes point to the ground. Hip bones are square. Let your head and your shoulders hang heavily. But then press down even more intentionally through your right leg. Squeeze your right quad. So one more breath in. And on your exhale, tuck your left foot behind your right. Forward fold with your feet crossed, right foot somewhere in front of your left. You can always slide that right foot forward or left foot back a little bit to bring your feet entirely to the ground. Nudge your left hip forward, your right hip back to square your hips. Keep your heels on the ground, but inhale, shift your weight to the balls of your feet. And then exhale, squeeze your legs as you soften your torso. Breathe right into that right IT band. Big breath in. Breathe out. And then right foot stays where it is. Extend your left leg up and back. Use your outer right hip, steer your left hip bone down. Breathe in. On your exhale, bend into both knees. Hug your left knee in toward your chest. You're curling up essentially into a ball. Breathe, big breath in. Soften your fingers, but hug your left knee in tighter. Breathe out. And then inhale, lengthen through both legs. Exhale, steer your left hip bone down. Come back into that wall. Again, inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, steer your left hip bone down. Bend both knees, hug your left knee in. Inhale, lengthen out. Step your left foot back, low lunge. Ground your left palm, extend your right arm to the ceiling, take a twist. Breathe in. Draw your shoulders back as you breathe out. Push through your right foot, actively engage your right quad. Big breath in. And exhale, unwind, quarter turn to the left. Wide-legged forward fold. Then 5 or 6 full breaths here. Take whatever stillness or movement feels best to you in this moment. Actively push through your feet, engage your quads. So you're still using that reciprocal muscle inhibition, that strength in your quads to help lengthen your hamstring. Couple more full breaths. And then releasing your hands beneath your shoulders. Ground your right palm right where it is. Press your feet into the ground, engage your quads. Left hand to your left hip. Keeping your hip bone square to the ground, twist to the left. So this twist is coming from your mid-upper back, analogous to when we were on our back with our hips stacked, taking that spinal twist. Draw your low belly in as you twist a tiny bit deeper. Press your feet down, engage your quads. Big breath in. And then exhale, unwind to the top of your space, low lunge. Ground your palm, shift your weight to your left foot. Scoop your right leg up and back. Your leg, down dog, breathe in. Bend and square feet as you breathe out. Bend your right knee, engage your Right glute, lift your right hip up. Big breath in. On your exhale, tuck your right knee in toward your nose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Press up through your mid-upper back. Breathe in. Hug your right knee in tighter to your chest. Breathe out. 3-leg plank pose. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. You can stay right here. You can always bring your foot to the ground. You can always bring that left knee to the ground. Engage your right glute. Keeping your hips and your shoulders relatively level, use your glute strength. Lift your right leg up a little bit higher. Push through your right foot. Squeeze your quad. Squeeze your left grounded quad. Press up through your mid-upper back. Squeeze your triceps. Breathe in. Exhale, lower your foot to the ground. Slowly lower all the way to the ground. Wider cobra base. Walk your fingers out and back a few inches. Press your feet down, low belly, and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Engage your glutes, lift your chest up. Cobra. Pull your low belly in tighter, lift your chest up higher. Press down even more intentionally through your legs. Breathe in. And exhale, lower down. Bend your knees, side back, child's pose. Big breath in. Open mouth, breath out. Let's take another left side body stretch. So that same side we just twisted in that wide-legged forward fold. Let your head soften. Inhale, walk your fingers forward. Then keeping your hips grounded toward your heels. On your exhale, walk your fingers toward the right. So you're getting that lengthening along your left side body. Big breath in. Try to breathe out. Then walk your hands back to center, breathe in. Shoulders soften, breathe out. And then ground your palms, come forward onto your hands, breathe in. Curl your toes under, downward facing dog, breathe out. From your dog, inhale, press up high into your toes. Then exhale, heels toward the ground. And again, inhale up high into your toes. And exhale, heels toward the ground. Inhale, extend your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands, low lunge. Bend into your left knee, dip your hips, breathe in. Exhale, relatively straighten your left leg. Engage your left quad, push through your left heel, soften your shoulders. Big breath in. Push through your left foot, breathe out. And then flow this a couple of times. Inhale, bend into your left knee, dip your hips. Exhale, straighten, push through your left foot. Again, inhale, bend into your left knee. Exhale, engage your left quad, push through your foot. Keep that strength and intention through your left leg. Gaze in front of your left toes, float your right leg, standing split. Use your outer left hip to steer your right hip bone down. Then recommit to pushing through your left foot. Engage your left quad even tighter. Engage your right glute as you lift your right leg up. And let your head and your shoulders hang heavily. Big breath in. Keep really intentionally squeezing your left quad. Breathe out. One more breath in. On your exhale, tuck your right foot behind your left. Forward fold, feet crossed. Nudge your right hip forward, your left hip back. Keep your heels on the ground. Inhale, shift your weight to the balls of your feet. And then squeeze your legs, soften your torso. Big breath in. And breathe out. Left foot stays where it is. Extend your right leg up and back. Use your outer left hip. Steer your right hip bone down. Breathe in. On your exhale, bend both knees so you're coming into that little ball shape. Soften your shoulders. Pull your low belly in, so you're using your right hip flexion to hug your right knee in tighter. And then inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, steer your right hip bone down. Breathe in. Exhale, come back into that ball. Again, inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, steer your right hip bone down, come back into that ball. Inhale, lengthen out. Step back, low lunge. Ground your right palm, extend your left arm toward the ceiling. Take a twist, breathe in. Draw your shoulders back as you breathe out. Bend a touch deeper into your left knee. Push through your left foot, engage your left quad. Big breath in. And exhale, unwind, quarter turn to the right. Wide-legged forward fold. Spend another 5 or 6 full breaths here. Take whatever stillness or movement feels best to your body in this moment. Few more full breaths. And then release your hands beneath your shoulders. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, press through your feet, fold. Ground your left palm. Bring your right hand to your right hip, twist to the right, but keeping your hips square. Press through your feet, engage your quads. Draw your low belly in as you twist a little bit deeper to the right. Big breath in. And then exhale, unwind back, quarter turn to the top of your space, slow lunge. Ground your palm, shift your weight to your right foot. 3-leg down dog, left leg up and back, breathe in. Bend in scorpion as you breathe out, engage your left glute. Lift your left hip up over your right. Press through both hands, breathe in. And then on your exhale, tuck your left knee in toward your nose, stack your shoulders over your wrists. Press up through your mid-upper back, breathe in. Hug your left knee in tighter to your chest. And then 3-leg plank pose. You can always bring your foot to the ground. You can always bring your right knee to the ground. Keep your hips and your shoulders relatively level. Engage your right grounded quad. Engage your left glute. Lift your left leg up from your glute strength. Press through the pads of your fingers. Push through your left heel so that left leg is strong. Left hamstring engaged. Breathe in. Exhale, bring your foot back to the ground. Slowly lower to the ground. It's time to reach your arms back behind you for an airplane pose. Seal up your legs using the strength from the tops of your inner thighs. Draw your low belly in to support your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift your chest. Then on your next inhale, squeeze your legs together tighter, lift your legs up. And then fly your arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Pull your low belly in to support your back, lift your chest up. Reach through your fingers, squeeze your triceps. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze the tops of your inner thighs together tighter. One more, breath in. And exhale, lower down, bend your knees, slide back, child's pose. Then keeping again on this side, your hips relatively soft toward your heels. Inhale, walk your fingertips forward, and exhale, walk off toward the left. So you're breathing into that length and that twist in your right side. Big breath in. And breathe out. Then come back to center, breathe in. Exhale, soften. Ground your palms, come forward onto your hands, breathe in. Curl your toes under downward facing dog, breathe out. Inhale, press up high into your toes. Exhale, heels toward the ground. Inhale, extend your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands, low lunge. Let's bring your left heel to the ground, toes out at about a 45-degree angle. Bend into your right knee, come on up, warrior one. Nudge your left hip forward to square your hips. Find a really subtle tuck of your tail to lengthen your low back. Bend into your right knee, push through both feet. So you're breathing right into the front of your left leg. Big breath in. On your exhale, let's connect your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers, hook your thumbs. You can always hold onto a strap. Shine your chest open, breathe in. Humbly bow, breathe out. Nudge your left hip forward, bend deeper into your right knee. And then as you bend into your right knee, actively push through your right foot, engage your right quad. Notice your arms here, make them intentional. Squeeze your triceps. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Big breath in. Keep squeezing your right quad, breathe out. Keep your footing, release your fingers, come back up, warrior one. This time on your exhale, wrap your left arm underneath your right, reach for your palms or your shoulders. Either way, lift your elbows up, breathe in. On your exhale, keep your feet, draw your low belly in, round forward. Keep pulling your low belly in so you're getting rounding in your mid-upper back here. Press your elbows away from you. Bend deeper into your right knee, push through both feet. Squeeze both quads. Big breath in. You got this, breathe out. And then come back up, unwind your arms, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, connect your hands behind you. Shine your chest open, breathe in. Nudge your left hip forward, humbly bow. Breathe, big breath in. Squeeze your right quad, breathe out. You can stay right here or gaze in front of your right toes, float your left leg. Either way, push through your left foot, whether it's into the ground or into the air. Of course, use your fingers for balance anytime. Keep squeezing your right quad. One more breath in. On your exhale, land that left foot back. We're coming back to meet warrior one. Breathe in. Exhale again, wrap your left arm underneath your right. Reach for palms or shoulders. Bend into your right knee. Breathe in. This time on your exhale, hinge, reach the top of your head forward, so long spine. Bend into your right knee, and then without pushing off your right foot, float your left leg. Sorry, without pushing off your left foot, float your left leg. Breathe in. On your exhale, hug your left knee in toward your elbows. Big breath in. Draw your low belly and hug into a ball tighter. And then slowly hinge up. Wrap your left leg around your right, eagle pose. Squeeze the tops of your inner thighs toward each other. Your left leg can be wrapped once or twice, doesn't matter. You can always be in more of a figure four shape with your ankle over your quad. Big breath in. You got it, breathe out. One more breath in, exhale one time. Draw your low belly and contract. Bring your elbows to meet your left knee or toward it. And then inhale, unwind all the way. Standing knee raise, breathe in. On your exhale, extend your left foot forward. So push through that left foot still. Engage your left quad so you get that, use that strength in your quad to help lengthen that hamstring. Breathe in. Push through your right foot still. Exhale, slow pendulum standing split. Use your outer right hip, steer your left hip bone down. Breathe in. Exhale, tuck your left foot behind your right, forward fold, feet crossed. Here mostly as a resting shape for a couple of breaths. You take some weight out of that right foot. And then shifting weight back to your right foot. Extend your left leg up and back. We're gonna do the same movement we did last time, but with a little bit more force. So square your left hip bone to the ground, breathe in. Exhale, come into a ball. But this time as you open up, feel as though you're exploding out of your right leg. So you're pushing your right foot into the ground. Inhale, open up. Exhale, curl back into a ball. Again, explode out of that right leg. Inhale, open up. Push through both feet, engage both quads. Exhale, come back into that ball. One more like that. Inhale, push, open up. Exhale into that ball. And then open up. Step back, low lunge. Ground your left palm, extend your right arm to the ceiling, take a twist, breathe in. This time, horizon lunge, drop the outside edges of your feet to the ground. So toes point to the right. Press your hips up, squeeze your inner thighs toward each other, breathe right into your right IT band, breathe in. Exhale, unwind, quarter turn to the left. Wide-legged forward fold. Big breath in. And breathe out. Come back to center. Take a halfway lift. Breathe in. Hips stay square. On your exhale, we're coming back to a twist slightly deeper. This time, walk your right hand toward your left. Without moving your hips, left hand to your left hip, twist to the left. Push through your feet, engage your quads. Breathe in. Your exhale, you're gonna unwind, side angle lunge into your right knee. That's Svangasana. So unwind, right toes point roughly to that corner. Your fingers can stay on the ground. They can come to heart center. They can always fly. Push through both feet. Engage your right quad. Big breath in. You got this, breathe out. Push through both feet. We're gonna play with a slightly different transition than normal. We're gonna use this as a transition to our extended side angle. So lift up through your spine, make any adjustment with your feet that you need to here, but keep this pushing down through your right leg, keep that strength in your right quad. Keep pushing through your back left foot. Reverse your warrior, breathe in. And then on your exhale, straighten your right leg. Press your feet into the ground, squeeze your quads, triangle pose. For my triangle, I need to slide that back left foot in like a couple of inches so that I'm able to straighten my leg all the way. But any variation within your feet that best supports you pushing through both feet. Use your right hip here to feel as though you're peeling open through your whole left side. Push through your feet, engage your quads. Big breath in. You got this, breathe out. Reverse your warrior. Breathe in. Hold, breathe out. Keep this length in your right side body. Your right hip's gonna do a little bit more work with some balance. Reach your right fingers forward, gaze in front of your right toes. Float your left leg, half moon. And then use your outer right hip to steer your left hip bone down. So you're squaring your hip bones to the ground. And then keep that twist so left hand grounds. Hips stay square. You're twisting from your mid upper back, right hand to your right hip, revolve your half moon. Engage your left, lift your left leg up. Breathe in, and then on your exhale, bend into your right knee, step this back into your twisting lunge. And then come back to your horizon lunge. Drop the outside edge of your feet to the ground, toes to the right. From here, side plank or gate pose. Side plank, slide your right leg straight back. Gate, bring your left knee to the ground before you slide your right leg back. Either way, push your hips to the ceiling. Breathe. You're here for 5. You got this for 4. Breathe 3. Big breath in. On your exhale, slide your right forearm underneath forearm, side plank. Your right knee can always come to the ground. Breathe, you're here for 5. Push your hips up, 4, squeeze your legs. Big breath in. Exhale, forearm plank, bring your left forearm to the ground. Level your hips and your shoulders, press up through your mid-upper back. Squeeze your legs, engage your glutes. Actively pull your low belly toward your spine, supporting your low back. You got this. You're here for 5. Here for 4. Squeeze your legs tighter. You can use your knees anytime. Big breath in. And then exhale, lower down. Left shoulder stretch. That left arm, we were just standing on the side plank. Bring your left arm out to the side, palm faces the ground. Your palm is roughly shoulder level, maybe a little bit lower. Bring your left ear to the ground. Roll to your left. And then any variation within your right limbs. Add a little bit more stretch and external rotation through your left shoulder and that left pectoral muscle by pressing down through the pinky edge side of your left hand. Couple more full breaths here. And then as you're ready, come back to center. Bring that left arm back in, bend your knees, slide back, child's pose. Open mouth, breath in. Open mouth, let it go. And then separate your hands shoulder width. Come forward onto your hands, breathe in. Curl your toes under downward facing dog. Breathe out. Inhale, press up high into your toes. Exhale, heels toward the ground. Inhale, extend your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands, low lunge. Bring your right heel to the ground, toes at an angle. Come on up, warrior 1. Nudge your right hip forward to square your hips. Breathe in, and then connect your hands behind you. Any connection between your hands, shine your chest open, breathe in. Keep bending into your left knee, humbly bow. Keep nudging your right hip forward. Notice your arms, make them intentional. Squeeze your triceps, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Push down even more intentionally through both feet. Squeeze your quads. Big breath in. You got this, breathe out. And then keep your feet, release your fingers, come back up, warrior 1. Square your hips, nudge your right hip forward, wrap your right arm underneath your left. Reach for palms or shoulders, lift your elbows up, breathe in. On your exhale, keep your legs, draw your low belly in, round. So you're rounding essentially into your mid-upper back. Draw your low belly in, push your arms forward, bend deeper into your left knee. Big breath in. You got this, breathe out. And then keep pushing through your feet. Come up, unwind your arms, breathe in. Exhale, connect your hands back behind you. Shine your chest open, breathe in. Nudge your right hip forward, bend into your left knee, humbly bow. Stay right here. You can always release your fingers to the ground. Gaze in front of your left toes. That right foot can stay grounded, or float your right leg, toppling tree, so a variation on standing split. Push actively through your left foot. Engage both quads, and then whether that right foot is floated or grounded, push through your right leg. So you have full extension through your right knee, that engagement through your right hamstring. One more breath, and on your exhale, if that right foot is floating, bring it back to the ground. Unwind, come back up, warrior 1. And then one more time, wrap your right arm underneath your left, eagle arms. Breathe in. This time on your exhale, hinge with a long spine. Reach the top of your head forward. Bend deeper into your left knee without pushing off your right foot. Float your right leg. And then using that hip flexion, pull your low belly in, hug your right knee in toward your chest and toward your elbows. Take your time, hinge up, eagle pose, and then again, any variation of your eagle. So that leg can be wrapped once, it can be wrapped twice, you can be in more of a figure four shape. If your legs are wrapped, squeeze the tops of your inner thighs toward each other. And then one time here, breathe in. Exhale, contract, low belly in, round, bring your elbows toward your right knee. And then take your time, unwind all the way, standing knee raise. Soften your shoulders, push through your left foot, engage your right quad and hamstring, extend your right foot out. As though you were pushing into the strap. Breathe in, and then keep this strength, slow pendulum, standing, split. Use your outer left hip, steer your right hip bone down. Breathe in. And exhale, tuck your right foot behind your left. Take some weight out of that left foot or leg. Big breath in. You gotta breathe out. And then weight back into your left foot. Extend your right leg up and back. Square your right hip bone down, breathe in. Exhale into that ball. And then same as on the other side, so we're opening up and closing back, but with a little bit more force. So as though you were exploding out of that left leg, inhale, open up, push through both feet, engage your quads. Exhale, steer your right hip bone down, come back into that ball. Again, inhale, open up. Exhale, square your hips around. One more time, explode out of that left foot, inhale, open up. Exhale, around. And then this time, inhale, open, step back, low lunge. Round your right palm, extend your left arm to the ceiling, take a twist, breathe in. Horizon lunges your breath out. Outside edge of your feet to the ground. Toes to the left, push your hips up, breathe in. And then exhale, unwind, quarter turn to the right. Wide-legged forward fold. Big breath in. Breathe out. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Here's your twist. On your exhale, walk your left hand toward your right. Hips stay square. Press your feet down, engage your quads. Twist to the right. You're unwinding this into that side angle lunge, bending into your left knee. So left toes can point roughly to that left or that top right corner of your mat, but that corner of your mat that your foot is already sort of facing. Unwind, side angle lunge. Bend into your left knee. Right leg is straight. Your hands can be grounded, they can be at heart center. Push through both feet. Engage your quads. And then use this pushing through your feet and engagement of your quads to find that opening into extended side angle. Adjust your feet. Find length through your left side body. Keep actively squeezing both quads, keep pushing through both feet. And then reverse your warrior, breathe in. Exhale, straighten your left leg. Adjust your feet for triangle if they need adjusting. Press your feet down, squeeze your quads, triangle. So full extension through both knees. Feel as though you're peeling open through your whole right side, using your outer left hip strength. And then take your time, reverse your warrior. Keep length in your left side body. Returning this into that half moon, gaze in front of your left toes. Begin to reach. Float your right leg, half moon. You're still using your outer left hip to peel open through your right side. Then keep using your outer left hip, but this time use it to steer your right hip bone back to the ground. We're continuing that rotation, so right hand grounds horizontal block, left hand toward your left hip. So you're twisting into that revolved half moon, twisting from your mid upper back. Hips are already square. Push through both feet, engage both glutes. Breathe in, and then exhale, step this back into a twisting lunge. Ground that right palm. Horizon lunge. Outside edges of your feet to the ground, toes to the left. And then gate pose or side plank. Side your left leg back. Push your hips up. Right knee can always be on the ground. You're here for 5. You've got this. Push through your right fingers. Squeeze both triceps. Breathe in, take your time. Exhale, forearm side plank. So find that rotation, left forearm underneath. Open up through your right side. Left knee can always be on the ground. You're here for 3. You've got this for 2. Breathe in. Forearm plank. Right forearm comes to the ground. Hold. Breathe. You're here for 5. Squeeze your legs, engage your glutes. Press up through your mid upper back. Big breath in. Lower to the ground. Breathe out. And then that right shoulder stretch. Bring your right arm out to this side. Palm faces the ground. Your hand is roughly shoulder height or a little bit lower. Right ear to the ground. Roll to your side. Any variation within your left limbs. If you want more stretch through your right shoulder, press down through the pinky edge side of your right hand. Couple more full breaths here. And then as you're ready, unwind, come back to center, bring that right hand back in, bend your knees, slide back, child's pose. Big breath in. Open up, let it go. Then as you're ready, come back forward and then flip over onto your back. Bend your knees, ground your feet about hip mat width. And right where we started, slowly windshield wiper your knees side to side. Come back to center one more time here, bridge pose. Feet about hip width. Bring your fingers to graze your heels. Press your feet and your arms down. Engage your glutes. Lift your hips. Counter that glute engagement by pulling your low belly to your spine. Use your strong hamstrings. Pull your heels toward you. Push through your shoulder blades. One more breath in. Exhale. Slowly lower down. Hug your knees into your chest. Take any intuitive movement here. And then coming back to center. Hug your knees into your chest, tuck your chin up into your chest. Take the tightest squeeze of your day so far as you breathe in. And exhale into your Shavasana. Whatever final shape of class feels most restful to you in this moment. Back to noticing your breath. Notice if you're gripping in your ankles or your heels, your hips or your shoulders. Thank you so much for being here to share your practice and yourself. It's such a privilege to get to share that with you. Namaste.